In this session, let us see how to define, declare, and access the structure. What is a structure? A structure are user-defined data types that allow the grouping of variables of different types under a single name. Structures helps to build a complex data type which are more meaningful than an array because array can hold only similar data items together. And there are two fundamental aspects of structure. First is the declaration of structure variable, and second is to access the structure member. And we should remember that we cannot assign a value to the member inside the structure definition. So a student name cannot be assigned directly to the character array name. And now let us see about how to create a structure variable. So in C programming, structure variable can be created in two ways. Either the structure variable can be declared along with the structure definition part, or the structure variable can be declared after the structure definition part. So once a structure is defined, we can declare the variable for that structure. So say that we take out an example here. Student is the structure which we have created, and it holds out the structure members, say name, roll number, CPI, and backlog. And the structure variable is student1, which we have created along with the structure definition. And even we can define more than one structure variable, say P1, P2 in the structure definition part. And next is how to declare the structure variable after the structure definition. So this is the syntax. So struct is a keyword followed by the structure name and the structure variable name ending up with the semicolon. So take up this example. So student is the structure. So student is the structure. For the structure student, name, roll number, CPI, backlog, all these are the structure members. And we have ended up the structure definition. So if we have to declare the structure variable outside or after the structure definition, then we use a keyword struct, then the structure name followed by the structure variable. And even here, multiple variables, structure variables can be defined after the structure definition. There are two operators that are used in C to access the structure members. One is the dot operator and other is the arrow operator. When we move for pointers, we'll make use of the arrow operator, whereas generally the dot operator is used to access the structure member. So in order to access the structure member by using the dot operator, we should write down the structure variable name dot the member name. So say that CPI was a structure member and the structure variable was student1. So student1 dot CPI is equal to 7.46, and this is how we can assign the value to the structure member. So this can be done only within the main function and not in the structure definition. And next is the arrow operator, which we can use to access the structure member. So when we are using a pointer variable, so if we are creating a structure variable as pointer, then we can access it by using the arrow operator. So pointer to structure variable, arrow mark, and the structure member name. So student1 is the structure variable that we have created. So this is a pointer, so it can access the member of the structure by using the arrow operator. So now let us see an example program to read and display the student information using the structure. So first I'm creating a structure called as student. So struct is a keyword, struct student, and within the structure I'm going to initialize all the structure members. So I'm creating a name, which is a character array, roll number, which is an integer data type, CPI, it is a CGP of the student, backlog is the integer data type. So we have got four structure members within the structure definition part, ending up with a semicolon. Now in the main function, I'm creating a structure variable called as student1. So student 1. So hope you all remember how to define a structure variable. So struct is a keyword, next followed by the structure name, and then is the structure variable. So I'm going to create the data only for one student. So it is enough that I create only one structure variable. And getting next the input for the name. So how do we get the input? So we make use of a scanf statement. So scanf %yes. %yes is because that it is a character array. The control string to be used is %yes. And how do we access now the structure member? So we have to use the structure variable dot the structure member. So student 1 is a structure variable, dot operator is used, dot, and then the structure member, what I'm going to get is the name. So student 1 dot name. And next we are going to get the input for the roll number. So roll. So it is an integer data type. The control string to be used is %d. So it can be accessed, the roll structure member can be accessed by using the structure variable student 1. And next scanf statement is to get the input for the CGPI. So CPI can be accessed by using a dot operator. So structure variable dot CPI. And then the student backlog obtained by accessing the structure member by using the structure variable. So once I input obtained for all variables name, CPI and backlog output. So this name can be printed. So when we have to even print the name can be accessed only via the structure variable. Roll number is accessed via the structure variable student 1. And CPI is accessed via this using the dot operator and the structure variable student 1. And then the backlog can be obtained by the structure variable student. So when we run this code, we get the output. So we enter the student name, say for example AAA, and the roll number as 111 and CPI as 7.89 and backlog as 0. And we can display student information and we get the output for the input what we have given as shown here.